Good afternoon, folks. Lockdown day 11, reporting from Great Yarmouth. Just seen our neighbour come back in. He's an essential worker, and otherwise, apart from the sound of the washing machine in the background, everything very, very quiet around here. I'm glad, and I thank you all for following the lockdown procedures. Please keep it going. Yeah, I appreciate there are people out there actually doing that, and I thank you because, as you know, I'm in this for at least 12 days, well, 3 weeks ideally, with my wife and myself, as we're both in high risk groups of if we get the infection, chances are we're dead because we have existing medical conditions. She's just going out as she has actually less conditions than me to the pharmacy to pick up medicines that we need. Yeah, and obviously if she can do so, she will pick up for other people, including my mother-in-law, yeah, and her husband, my father-in-law, of course. But she told me even on the phone when she rang through to ask if they were still open, they said yes they were, but they're only allowing one person into the pharmacy at a time and people are being asked to queue outside, but please stand at least 6 feet apart. Can I please also urge you all to follow social distancing? I mean, when the time comes to go out, obviously, I've even seen people doing this already. I'm going to cover my face. Not that I can do that all the time, but I'm most certainly going to cover my face. And I appreciate Shimag may not be ideal at stopping N95 virus particles, but I'd rather have some protection than none. Piece of good news, talking of virus particles and stuff like that. The person who coughed over a police officer deliberately trying to infect them has been given 12 weeks in prison. Didn't take long to get that passed either. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, really pleased to see that kind of sentencing. Well done to our courts. Well done to our justice system. And personally, 12 weeks sounds about a reasonable sentence. No cautions or anything like that, just immediately straight to prison. Go to jail, go directly to jail. Do not pass go, do not cough on any policemen or paramedics, or anybody else for that matter. Well done. Just one thing to say then, well, probably a couple of things in all honesty. We can, when we look at how the death toll is being reported, now confirm this is not, these figures are not containing people who die at home. Really only people who die in hospitals, yeah? So the figures probably are being underrepresented, yeah? I would also let you know that I have read that GPs are going to be expected to manage a lot of this end-of-life care at home. Now, obviously, there are so few of them. The service has been so badly cut. Community nursing has been so badly cut. There are so few people available to deliver these services at home. I don't really think you're going to see much of your GP. From what I read somewhere, those of us, again, probably in the most high-risk groups, will be prescribed palliative medication, some Oramorph for the pain. I'm told we'll be given some tranquilizers to quieten us. Maybe that will also quieten the cough. And we will apparently be given some kind of medication that dries up throat, nasal and lung secretions. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it's still going to be a very distressing and very painful and pretty awful death to watch, because essentially, as I'm sure anyone will know, when we get double pneumonia, our lungs will fill with fluid. It's a viral pneumonia, so there really won't be much point in giving an antibiotic. The pneumonia will be viral. As long as we'll fill up with fluid, this will interfere with the gas exchange, oxygen and carbon dioxide. We will be finding it increasingly difficult to breathe. Apparently, people who have even experienced the early stages of this describe a drowning sensation. Somebody else once said it was like being suffocated in a plastic bag. Now, I don't know how people are going to nurse us at home in those final days or hours or minutes or whatever. I really don't know. There will be a lot of nursing and physical needs, including basically keeping us clean, and I don't wish to be unpleasant, but I'm pretty sure that bowel and bladder function will be greatly affected. And can you imagine somebody having to change our urine-soaked beds and bed linen at home? People who love us and know us and care for us. Yeah, can you imagine having to do that for your relative, your partner, your wife, your husband, one of your children, while they are literally coughing up the last of their life? I know that's depressing, folks, but if we are actually starting to flatten this curve, then surely that is good news. Yeah, I really do hope we have begun to flatten the curve. Yeah. Notice that apparently local authorities have been told to take all homeless people off the streets. That's interesting, because they could have been told that before, and homelessness kind of wouldn't happen. But obviously it took a national emergency, it took a virus to do that. But I remain certain that when the virus has peaked, in whatever way it does, things will just be back to normal. The homeless people will be kicked out onto the streets again. The exploitative employers will be back employing us for low wages on 0 hours contracts, as much production as they can get for as little spend on their wage costs. Yeah. So I expect it'll all be back to normal, and those of us who don't survive it, well, maybe if we're looking on from another place, can sadly look down and think, yeah, they've just gone back to what they normally do. One other thing before I finally go, just under 10 minutes I think when I finish. Fantastic work to all of our NHS. Anyone working in the caring society, in the caring professions, NHS nurses, doctors, ancillary staff, anaesthetists, all of you, people who clean hospitals and clean buildings, essential workers without whom everything would collapse. A big thank you to you, all of you. You are working selflessly, and I know you are putting yourselves at far greater risk. Well, that's it. This is a rather quiet Saturday, and I'm still here. Lock yourselves in, lock yourselves down, obey the rules, stay safe, and help to save and protect our NHS. Take care. Bye.